We love pies, but why buy them when we can bake them ourselves? Instead of being cooped up in our hot kitchen, we want to take advantage of the great weather and make them on the water, on our raft, with our oven, and have a water pie picnic.
Yeah, it's like solid.
Yeah, it's good.
That would not be good if we had the stove on here. People have been trying to get to the root of pie for a really long time. Our challenge is to figure out how to make an excellent pie crust, but also build a raft, put an oven on it, and be able to bake them out on the lake. It's a classic case of pie versus nature. So right now, we're gonna just taste a whole bunch of pies and get started.
Pie is perfect. I don't think there's anything better than pie.
Yeah.
I really do think that pie is like the barometer for civilization.
I like how pies can span between, savory and the dessert.
So what we could do is make a meal that consists of 3 courses of pies.
Yeah, there was a point in my life where I really wanted to perfect a pie crust.
Yeah.
So I baked a pie pretty much every week. Great thing about pies too is when they come fresh out of the oven, they taste the best.
If we can pull off making these pies on a raft in the open water, they're gonna taste amazing.
Well, it's kind of like taking the energy of doing a barbecue and just translating it into making pie. I'm gonna start with the savory.
Yeah, maybe I will too.
Okay.
This feels like a greasy diner pie.
I love it.
It's kind of like a guilty pleasure comfort pie.
But it has the same qualities as a sweet pie. It's greasy, it's rich, it's kind of heavy. It's probably not healthy, but it's delicious.
Exactly.
I think we should definitely do a savory pie.
Well, since we're on water, should we make the savory pie start with fish?
It'd be awesome.
Like a seafood pie?
We could do kind of a chowdery pie.
And so, okay, so when you were going through your like pie experiments,
Yeah.
I guess you focused on the crust first, right?
Yes.
Butter versus shortening versus lard. Like, what did you rest on?
I rested on half butter, half shortening.
If we're gonna make a pie, it doesn't really matter if it's vegetable or butter or lard. It's gonna boil down to our technique, right?
This is so inspiring where the fruit is still intact. Like a visual scan of this pie. I feel like I'm very confident it's gonna be really good.
So let's break down our menu.
Appetizer pie?
We might just have some greens, like spinach, asparagus.
Yeah, spinach pie, sounds good, right?
Second course pie, fish pie with like a cream sauce, like chowder, a chowder fish pie.
I'm hot on rhubarb. I love rhubarb.
Strawberries are in
I
it.
love strawberries.
And then our dessert pie would be strawberry rhubarb.
But we also have to figure out the logistics of making the raft, the stove, how we're gonna fit it on.
All right, so let's do a drawing.
All right, let's do a drawing.
So I'm thinking like make a frame, a rectangle frame. So there's our buoyancy tanks. Well, buoyancy tanks are just like a giant container, like a plastic bucket that's like airtight, sealed with a lid, so that water can't get in, water can't get out. And then we'll just put some decking on top, which could be plywood.
And then all we have to do is convert a stove to go from running on electric to running on wood power.
Yeah.
Sounds
Awesome.
delish. Sweet.
Can't wait to be on a raft baking pies.
Okay,
Let's make all this stuff.
yeah, so we can get back outside.
Yeah.
Here you are, here's your stove.
You guys don't want to check the creep factor?
What's that?
Oh, that's fine, man.
It's good.
That's good.
Stuck in the ditch here.
Oh, really?
No, I'm gonna go backwards. Like we'll stick our wood in here. And then I was thinking we could raise the oven off the ground with some 2x4 legs. Stovepipe would fit in the bottom of our oven. We have to cut a hole in the bottom sheet metal down here.
No way.
But not here. So this stays whole, right?
All right, so just the one layer that's before that.
And then the heat goes around this firebox.
Well, that's right. Aren't we ripping out the insulation here?
Yeah.
Like right here?
And then we'll just throw the smokestack in one of the element holes. All we have to do really is assemble the stove oven.
This is from Everything You Wanted to Know About Pies, but We're Afraid to Ask.com. Pies were first called coffins.
Why were they called coffins? They were coffins. That's pretty morbid.
It is.
Coffins for the fruit?
And then open pies were called traps.
So fellas,
Yep.
We should probably make a test pie.
But you know what? I have a confession to make.
What's that, man?
In that I've never made pie before.
No way.
Yeah. Martin's response to like being curious about pie was to actually make them. Mine was to keep eating them.
Well, that shows kind of like the two sides of the equation, right?
Well, it also shows exactly who we are as people,
Yeah.
right? We're consistent. You know what? I'm gonna go to the kitchen. I'm gonna make a pie.
Okay.
All right, may as well start now. Is there enough cinnamon?
What?
Soon we're gonna be on the lake, on a raft with an oven on it, baking an appetizer, main course, and dessert pie. Mike and Chris, they make them all the time. But right now, I'm gonna lose my pie-making virginity.
So what kind of pie are you gonna rock?
I'm rocking an apple pie. I found some Empire apples. For sweetener, I'm gonna use a mixture of maple sugar and brown sugar.
And then are you gonna go butter or shortening?
I'm gonna go,
Or both?
yeah, I'm gonna do both. So, Martins,
Yeah.
what have you learned along the way that you would consider to be indispensable advice to newcomers to the field?
Never touch the pastry with your hands. Roll out on a marble surface, or use a
All right.
marble rolling pin that you keep in the freezer. Put a pastry sock on your rolling pin.
So far, about the things that you've mentioned, we have maybe one or two of them.
Well, you can just use your gym sock.
Yeah, use your gym sock, and you can also drink a beer, and that lowers your body temperature.
There's a serious emphasis I'm feeling on keeping things cold.
Yeah, you don't want the actual butter or the fat to melt and sort of crumble into your flour.
That's exceptionally high quality.
Thanks, man.
We shouldn't have any problem heating up the stove with this thing.
No, I don't think so.
There's a future in aeronautics for you.
Right on. Or like metallic ski boots.
Yeah, Martins.
Yeah.
After I put the ice water into the dough, in terms of
Put it
like,
in already?
yeah,
Oh, man. Okay, can you form it together in a ball?
with my hand.
Yeah.
Is your hand cold?
Just go fast. Just like try and get it into a ball. Let's check it out.
Like ball it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
you can
right,
do
all
it.
right, so get 2 bags. Just divide it in half because you want to have a bottom crust and a top crust.
Yeah.
Put your hand in the bag. Grab 1 scoop of the dough. Form it into a ball. Put it in the bag. Put it in the fridge.
And we'll do the other half now.
Nice. Good work. Let's sit half an hour.
I'm gonna make my filling, which is gonna be apples, cinnamon, maple sugar, brown sugar.
I'm gonna rock the chimney on.
It's great.
I hope it's in the right spot. It's satisfying converting an electric stove into a wood stove. The quality of the heat, you know it's gonna be better for pie.
Yeah.
So I think I'm ready to roll it out.
How's the dough?
It's kind of dry.
You definitely, that's why you need the sock. You definitely need to flour your roller.
You just want to like lift over these little guys.
See, this part I don't know, man. This is like postage stamp.
Okay, that's cool, that's cool.
You're gonna have eggs sunny side up, and now they're scrambled. Where's the defibrillator?
Franken pie. I usually put a hand underneath.
Yep.
And then just do a flip over.
Sweet.
So then you just squeeze the bottom and the top crust together.
How do you want to rock the fish stock for the chowder pie?
Let's throw in these salmon heads. Well, let's put everything that's in front of us, like the celery, the carrots, the bay leaves, the marjoram, the onions, the shallots, and the garlic.
Okay, celery goes in. Bay leaves.
One of the de-gilled fish heads. Are you ready to go in?
Hey, the pie's ready to try.
It's holding
That's great.
together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good texture on the apples. Smells good.
Oh yeah, look good. Total brownage on the bottom. Good flavor on the crust. Not too sweet.
Is there enough cinnamon?
What?
I just got some super salt action.
Yeah, it's too much salt, isn't there? The recipe asked for a lot of salt, and I gave it a lot of salt. But
How much salt did it ask for?
there's 2 cups. No, I'm kidding.
Maybe I hit like a pocket.
The filling is really good. The shortening to flour texture is pretty good. Like,
It is good.
It's not easy making a pie
No.
at all.
Maybe we should go talk to somebody and just do like a step 1, step 2, step 3 and see, because we do know a lot, but maybe there's some blanks we can fill in.
I know of a place where we can go that will sort of hit 2 things that we need to figure out, which is, maybe getting some advice about pie and pie making, but also it'll give us a really great view to decide where we might want to launch the raft.
Well, yeah.
Imagine if we had a glass-bottomed raft.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't need a coffee for the next week.
Yeah.
Really?
Good. Yeah. I'm ready for the raft.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm psyched we're gonna hang out with the executive chef at the restaurant up here. He knows a lot about pie, and he still uses his mom's killer recipe.
Now, the flour we've measured is unsifted, 5 cups. But what we need to do is sift the flour.
What do you use for your shortening?
I only use lard
Even for fruit pies?
for any pie.
Really?
A, it makes the flavor. B, it's just, it makes it that much more flaky. I've put about half the lard in. The way we incorporate the lard into the flour is critical. We're gonna do it in 2 stages. The first stage, we're gonna take it to more of a cornmeal consistency. And then the next half of the lard we're gonna put in, we're gonna bring it to a pea consistency. Okay, so we're almost there. I'm just gonna put that there for the moment.
I can already see like the double texture.
We're gonna take 1 egg, put it into a measuring cup. So now, bring the rest up with ice water, short a tablespoon of vinegar. It'll come together very quickly, and then we'll turn it out onto the table, and you don't want to overwork it. We'll put this in the fridge for an hour, and then we'll roll some out.
Hey, Nobu.
What, like?
Can I borrow a tuning?
Yeah, for
Right
sure.
here, right here.
Go for it, dude.
Can you see the launch?
Oh, so we're going right over to that park over there, huh?
Oh, to launch the raft?
Yeah, the Arch White Bridge. And then just across the water is that clump of trees.
That's perfect.
I've got flour, I'm on the cold board,
So it's holding together really well.
so I'm just gonna pull away the excess. What I tend to do with these is I tend to leave the pie dough hanging over the edge. Once they're baked, I just take a knife and I twist the tart, and the pastry just shears off, so it's absolutely smooth. At the end of the day, when you're done, that's sort of the tart you get.
Yeah,
right
that's-
on.
So that's a perfect texture.
Can we try this?
Absolutely.
It's really chewy. The crust is really nice and soft still.
Like the brownness on the bottom of the tart, too.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Peter.
Hey, my pleasure. I wish you guys luck out in the old raft.
It's great. It's nice to get the oven out of the apartment.
For a walk.
Take a little walk around the park.
Totally.
All right, so we gotta move this stove down in the water. Okay, watch out for the rocks. How often do you see a stove on stilts?
Yes, you call me your dog when I'm gone. When I come back with a
Nobu.
This is insane. I got the fish. It's in the fridge.
Nice, excellent. Check it out. We got our raft.
It's much larger than I thought it would be. Does this mean we're gonna give it a try?
Let's do it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like solid.
Yeah, it's good. Right on. What happened there?
Wait, well, this corner is not gonna work though.
That would not be good if we had the stove on here. We smoothed out some of the instability issues happening with the raft. And now it's time to live the dream of setting out on this raft with our stove and baking some pies.
There we go.
All right.
Oh, rock.
Yeah, I see it.
Here we go.
We have come to your town to bake you pies.
Oh man, it's gonna be good.
We're making 3 pies. An appetizer pie with spinach and some fennel and some red pepper. A lake trout savory pie, which is gonna have a chowder base. And our dessert pie, which is strawberry rhubarb. We have one visual indicator to put up
Yeah.
that we are making pies.
Nice.
We're pirates.
All right. We need to christen the raft.
This is our moment right here.
We're gonna make 2 kinds of pie crust.
Yep.
The butter will be for the vegetable pie and the dessert pie. And
Lard for the middle course, the fish pie.
yeah,
Since the sun is intermittently coming out,
yeah.
and it's gonna actually give us some heat on our black table, I was thinking we can put some ice water in a bottom bowl and then actually mix our pastry in a bowl floating on ice water. Kind of like a water bath for chilling our pastry while we cut the fat in.
That's a great idea.
Smart.
That's
Yeah?
really good.
Okay.
It's gonna be dangerous that we're all in the same area.
I know.
No, I'm going back here, man.
Okay, here's 5 cups flour.
I love Chef Peter's style of cutting in half the butter to create a cornmeal texture and then cutting in the second half to create a pea-sized texture.
That's probably one of the biggest things that I've learned.
Okay, I'm gonna start cutting the butter into the flour.
Oh, the lard smell is really strong.
Are you sketched out by the odor, Nobu?
I think that once we add different like tarragon and rosemary and spice it up a little bit. And with the fish, I think it's gonna be great.
All right, dudes, I'm gonna rock the ingredients for our fish chowder pie.
These vegetables in our killer fish stock, white wine, and cream.
So the next step would be
Egg, ice water. Bit more.
stay still.
Bit more. It's just
Stay still. Don't rock
not
the boat.
level. I can't
Don't
tell
rock-
if it's a
don't
full
rock the
cup.
boat.
Good boy. More.
Hey, Martins, can you spare a little bit of your flour and butter to thicken the fish stock with?
Oh yeah.
Do a little roux style.
The chowder pie crust is ready to be cooled.
Wow, I'm finding the butter crust needs a lot more water. I think I've added up to a cup now.
Oh, really?
I still need more.
And you got the egg in there too?
Yep. Our butter dough is done.
Sweet.
All right, throw it in the ice water.
Yep.
All the dough is done.
Okay, lighten the stove.
Oh, look at all the fat from previous owners burning off.
Oh, you can see the fire in the back? That hole down there?
We didn't plug that in, but that's great. That'll give it some wood smoke flavor.
Oh yeah, the stove is totally raging.
The stove will keep us warm on those cold summer nights.
And I'm gonna put the pan with the flour and the butter on the bottom shelf. We'll put the fish stock in there and thicken it up for the chowder.
Check out the light on the strawberries. Look at that color.
This rhubarb is gonna have such a nice tartness to go with the strawberries.
Oh yeah, she's browning. Look at that. Look at that sizzle. This stock it's incredible, man. Oh man, this smells so good.
Right on.
Okay, I'm gonna put some salt in, some pepper, and some cream. I love our kitchen. Okay,
Yeah.
going back in to do some more reducing.
Cornstarch is going into the rhubarb.
Throw in the strawberries in.
Oh man.
Do it. Oh, that looks so
They're
good.
so juicy. I'm gonna put in a bit of maple sugar too.
Cinnamon's going in. So this is our pie filling. Look at that. That is choice.
Oh, appetizer pies too. We gotta figure that out.
Yep. Spinach, fennel, red pepper.
I was making flour and cream to thicken the chowder. I should have put the white wine in.
Throw it in, dude.
Jeez.
All right, I'm gonna mix the ingredients for the chowder.
Nice potatoes, carrots, onions, celery.
Look how thick that is. Oh yeah.
All right. Rolling out the dough.
I brought a pastry sock.
That fits on the roller.
Yep. It's a different rolling pin than the one I'm used to.
We have the Rufino. Plus it'll be cold.
I also brought my pastry cloth. It is the same thing as parchment, but just a little bit better. So you'll see it actually rolls off the cloth much easier. Yep.
While you roll that out, I'm just going to roll out the chowder pie dough
Okay.
on some parchment.
Yeah, the wine bottle's working good. I've never rolled dough in a life jacket. So the bottom layer of the fruit pie is done. Is that a lake trout?
It's a lake trout.
Beautiful.
Our stove is at 355. It's almost hot enough.
Okay, I'm putting some maple sugar on the top. And this one's ready to go in.
383,
beautiful.
man. The oven's 383.
Perfect.
Started cooking.
Dessert's in first.
Okay, let's load up the fish. Okay,
Oh, this is momentous.
There's the filling, the chowder.
Oh, and it becomes chowder.
Okay, here's the lid. Nice little blanket of dough. Our second pie is going in.
Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna stoke it up.
Yeah, the temperature's down to 340 right now and dropping.
We're 2/3 of the way there.
Appetizer pies. Just cram it in there, man.
That's great.
Pretty cute, eh? It's crusty.
This is amazing.
I can't believe it. We're on a lake and we're baking pie. It doesn't seem like it should be possible. And yet we're about to eat pie.
Okay, pies are ready to come out.
Yes.
Charred pies.
Yes.
If you're bored and looking for something to do, I highly suggest you build a raft, you modify an electric oven, and you bake some pies. We've baked a spinach fennel pie, a lake trout chowder pie, and a strawberry rhubarb pie, and it's time to eat.
Let's bust into the appetizer pie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at the integrity of
Oh,
that
yeah.
pie.
That's
Now, should we put all of them on our plates?
Not the dessert.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Someone want to bust into the chowder?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yes. Look at that. That's so strong.
It's not running out or anything. I'm gonna start with the appetizer.
So far, the pastry's scoring big points.
Oh, yeah.
Appetizer's great because the vegetables aren't like fully soggy. They're still like crunchy.
The tarragon and the fennel are vibrating gently together.
It's like a salad in a pie.
Yeah, I went to the chowder pie, and it's the best thing I've ever tasted in my entire life.
You can taste the pork lard crust on the bottom, and it's like simmered up through the fish and up through the layers.
It's perfectly browned. It's not oozing all over the place.
And the potatoes are like exactly where they should be.
Yeah, everything's perfectly cooked.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. It's like,
I'm blown away by the performance of the lard crust. It's really rocking. Should we try dessert?
Yeah. Oh, how I love pie.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, the crust got nice and brown at the bottom.
I like this runny action. If we had a bit of ice cream right now,
Yeah.
it would just like mix in so perfectly. You look happy, Martin.
It smells amazing, and it's not too sweet. It's definitely like got a tartness to it.
As it
The
should.
strawberries almost like melt away into the rhubarb. The rhubarb is like front and center.
Is it really?
Yeah.
The butter is front and center too.
Usually the strawberry dominates over the rhubarb, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah, fan of rhubarb pie.
I love rhubarb.
I'm really glad we didn't pre-cook the ingredients. Like I'm glad they cooked in the shell.
They're all there.
Yeah.
I'd be totally confident about taking these pies to an international competition. You know, international raft pie baking competition. You know, I think they would stand up next to other pies.
Like an orchestrated musical pie event.
I wonder what the grand finale would be like at one of those events.